nice to be here on Newsline. I'm Elizabeth Omori. Tonight we bring you interesting stories that will not only wow but blow your mind, from human angles, social to corporate reports. We shall begin with sights and sounds of political rallies, and of course you get to see the new set of young inventors that have emerged. We shall examine the impact of social media. Our correspondent will tell us how cancer can be prevented, and you will also meet an octogenarian who is a die-hard fan. These and more after the news with beautiful Fatima in Abuja. Hello, Fatima.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth, for that compliment. You're welcome to the news. Gusau, the capital of Zamfara state, was agog as party supporters trooped out en masse to give the APC presidential campaign team a befitting reception. President Muhammadu Buhari has appealed to the people to be law-abiding and support whoever emerges as the party's governorship candidate in the state. Salihu Abdullahi monitored the rally.
Nigeria! The APC presidential campaign train was in Zamfara state with a lot of campaign messages and a reminder that so much have been achieved in actualizing the party's agenda within the first tenure of the Buhari administration. Government efforts on ensuring peace across the country, among other issues, formed highlights of the campaign.
It has approved that we take the railway from Katsina to Gusau. You will have railway from Katsina to Gusau, from Gusau to Sokoto, from Sokoto to Kebbi.
And the Nigerian people will never allow anybody whose primary purpose is self-enrichment or enrichment of his family members.
APC!
President Muhammadu Buhari assured the people that pending legal issues on the state governorship primary election will be resolved in the interest of all.
I took an oath of office that I will remain honest and truthful, and I will not take what does not belong to me. And whoever I see as corrupt, I will make sure the law takes its course. The party governorship primary elections result is being challenged in the courts. We are working to make sure the issue is resolved before elections.
The people of Zamfara state have been encouraged to convert their number to votes for the success of APC in the forthcoming elections. Salihu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Meanwhile, traditional rulers in Zamfara state have thrown their weight behind President Muhammadu Buhari as he seeks re-election to take Nigeria to the next level. This was when the president paid homage on members of the State Council of Emirs and Chiefs as part of his campaign tour to the state. State House correspondent Adam Musambo reports.
Zamfara is one state in northern Nigeria where petty squabbles and rivalry are not only fragmenting but also threatening the electoral fortunes of the governing APC in the area. As a result, the state, which is also facing challenges of security, may or may not have the party fielding candidates for governorship and parliamentary elections in spite of its dominance of the political landscape. That notwithstanding, the people of Zamfara, who take pride in farming, seem to have resolved not to allow the power of the broom weakened. Hence, they are turning out en masse to show solidarity and support to President Muhammadu Buhari. Receiving the president on a homage, members of the Zamfara State Council of Traditional Rulers, led by the Emir of Anka, Alhaji Attairu Ahmad, without mincing words, assured the Nigerian leader that Zamfara is indeed for him.
The traditional rulers and the president are solidly behind you and praying fervently for your success in the coming election, inshallah. Our love for you is informed by your passion for justice, anti-corruption, equality and fairness in governance.
I'll not say much about what is going to happen next Saturday, but what we are seeing is going to be much, much better than what we have seen in 2015. Mr. President, be rest assured, Zamfara is firm, is for you and it will remain for you, inshallah.
Both Governor Yari Abubakar and the Emir appreciated President Buhari for the tremendous improvement in the security situation across Zamfara state. Killings, abduction for ransom, and other acts of criminality, they say, have drastically reduced following the gallantry exhibited by troops deployed to the area. The president described as gladdening that peace has returned to Zamfara state, saying, however, that the heavy presence of security personnel in their domains is not worthy of celebration.
It means that traditionally we are losing grip on our environment. In terms of security, the responsibility falls on your shoulders. Technically, not the police, not the military, because of neighborhood knowledge. You know more than I do the improvement we made. We have to eliminate some of the burns, including one who named himself Buhari Daji or Buhari whatever. Buhari Center is stronger than Buhari Daji.
On his mission to seek public support for re-election, President Buhari described as worrisome that the APC family members in the state are still in the law courts over primary election matters for which he cannot do anything.
I will not abuse the constitution because I swear by the Holy Quran to go by it. There is a level below which I don't operate. I hope I will be elected, and I assure you that what we build on security, economy, and fighting corruption will continue.
Zamfara is the 31st state to be visited by the presidential campaign team of the governing APC. From Gusau, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
In the meantime, President Muhammadu Buhari says renewal of his mandate to another 4 years will help consolidate the visible achievements recorded in the efforts to return Nigeria to the path of glory. President Buhari, in a video message to Nigerians, promised to meet the yearnings and aspirations of the people.
Fellow compatriots, it has been over 3 years since you gave me your mandate to oversee the affairs of our dear country. It has not been an easy journey, but with sincerity of purpose, perseverance, dedication, and most importantly, support from individuals like you, we have made great progress. Some of these achievements are visible for everyone to see. Some are still in the works. I hereby humbly ask for your support again in the coming election to enable us to move to the next level and consolidate on the successes recorded in making our country a better place. I don't take your support for granted. We will continue to work to protect your interests and deliver our mandate. Thank you.
The Chairman, Central Committee, Youth and Women, Buhari Presidential Campaign Council, General Mohammed Buba Marwa, has commended the people of Adamawa State for the warm reception accorded President Muhammadu Buhari during the APC presidential campaign rally in Yola. Rayyan Ubala reports.
General Muhammad Buba Marwa said the show of solidarity and support to the president by the people of Adamawa State clearly shows the level of acceptability and confidence the people have on the APC presidential candidate. He called on them to massively come out en masse during election periods to vote for President Muhammadu Buhari, Governor Muhammad Umar Jibril and all APC candidates for more developments and good governance. General Marwa explained that the youth and women wing of the Presidential Council will soon embark on house-to-house campaign on the need for people to collect their PVCs and vote for APC candidates. The chairman, Youth and Women Campaign Council, also described the reports on social media that he was attacked during the campaign rally in Yola as false and malicious, saying the outing was successful and hitch-free. In Yola, Raya Nubala, NTA News.
Less than 1 week to the presidential election, a coalition of aggrieved Atiku support group has formally declared support for the re-election bid of President Buhari. Receiving them in Abuja, Chairman Central Working Committee of the APC Women and Youth Presidential Campaign Council, Muhammad Buba Marwa, described their action as timely. Political correspondent Salihu Abdullahi reports.
Leader of the aggrieved support groups, Bello God's Power, says his members, mostly youths and women, have decided to support President Muhammadu Buhari because of his youth-friendly agenda as demonstrated in his first tenure in office.
Our decision to formally declare support for President Muhammadu Buhari re-election is for national interest and his ability to reject the governance system that hitherto occasioned with corruption activities under the 16 years misrule.
Brigadier General Muhammad Buba Marwa said the coalition of more than 145 support groups will be integrated into the existing ones.
To campaign from door to door, taking full advantage of what you know of the government and performance of President Buhari.
He urged them to work in harmony to actualize the re-election bid of President Buhari and all APC candidates in the forthcoming polls. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari says those who have continued to criticize the anti-corruption stand of the present administration are those who oppose its mission, promising that they will not escape being brought to book. The president, in a statement in Abuja, hinted that corruption is a serious threat to Nigeria and its election. Now, Naja'atu Tijani has details of the statement.
Then we will eventually get hold of them, take away what they have stolen, and get them in prison. This is our duty. This is our responsibility. And I assure you we will continue to do it.
Corruption, insecurity, and inequitable economy. President Buhari says he has tried to combat these challenges for security, economic development, provision of decent infrastructure, and educating the next generation. Those who have criticized his administration's anti-corruption drive, the president observes, are those who oppose its mission, noting that though their lawyers may craft expensive alibis, they cannot escape that which binds them together. A raft of documents and barely legal mechanisms, whether they be the Panama Papers, U.S. Congress reports, shell companies, or offshore bank accounts. More ghost workers, he says, must be removed from government payroll as almost $550 million has been saved from identifying phantom employees, stressing that more can be recovered through the whistleblower policy, where $370 million has been returned since its launch in 2016. Victory over corruption, President Buhari says, is difficult, but not impossible, as he cautions Nigerians on the need to follow due process and exercise restraint, ensuring allegation never takes the place of evidence. It is now time for voters to decide if they want to continue on this path against corruption or revert to the past. This is why President Muhammadu Buhari is asking for another 4 years. Naja'atu Tijani, NTA News.
Meanwhile, an elder statesman and a member of a group of northern elders under the auspices of Kungiyar Dattawan Arewa that recently endorsed the candidature of President Muhammadu Buhari in the 2019 general elections, Sani Zangondora, has maintained that the decision is not something unexpected, as politics the world over is about choice and aligning with candidates with proven record of integrity, uprightness, and good character. The elder statesman, who was speaking with political correspondent Muhammad Abubakar, was quick to know that the choice for Nigerians is between patriotism and its lack during the February 16th presidential elections.
Agreed. After thorough and wide consultations with quite a number of us, we felt the best candidate for this country is Buhari. He has no match. So anybody vying can only vie because it is democracy. But everybody knows the direction, and they know the character, they know the man. The man to beat is Buhari, and he cannot be beaten by anybody among all the candidates that are pledging themselves as presidential candidates of other parties. You come to choose, if you are choosing for the country, you choose the best for the country. The gentleman who can perform, the gentleman who has a good character, the gentleman who has the integrity, the gentleman who is widely respected not only in Nigeria, but also outside.
He affirmed that political developments in the region should not be seen as a sign of division, but rather the level of maturity among the actors. Abuja, Muhammad Abu.
And not less than 2 million voters are set to receive President Muhammadu Buhari and support his re-election as APC presidential campaign rally holds in Abeokuta on Monday. And Lekon Agbodi reports that all is set to receive the president and his campaign train.
Within the last 1 week, various groups have been moving around the state to mobilize support towards the success of the APC presidential campaign rally in Abeokuta. While the mobilization is ongoing, the Moshood Abiola International Stadium, Kuto, is currently receiving a facelift with necessary facilities being put in place to give Mr. President and his campaign team a rousing welcome. The state governor, Ibekula Mosun, in company of his deputy, Yetunde Onanuga, and other cabinet members, visited the stadium to assess the preparation put in place. Personnel of the various security agencies are also on ground to ensure that security is not compromised. Nigerian Television Authority, the largest TV network, is also set for a live telecast of the APC presidential campaign rally. In Abeokuta, Lekon Agbonde, NTA News.
Now, fake news, hate speech, vote buying are a real challenge that Nigeria must confront and surmount as a nation for its sustainability. And Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, during a national workshop on the broadcast media coverage of the 2019 on general election states. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday reports.
The advent of social media did not just become a complement to the traditional one, but it's almost outshining it, as both broadcast and print media find their way to the platform, which originators of fake news now use to spread their messages, especially ahead of the 2019 general elections. Knowing that the Commission alone, as a regulator, cannot tackle the menace, National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, brought together media practitioners from public and private sector.
As the politicians and political parties make spirited efforts of winning the electorate around Nigeria, it is our duty to help the country make a most meaningful sense of the entire political and electoral process.
We should not promote any conduct that will cast our dear nation into a state of chaos or disrepute. This is essential to avoid sanctions being meted out by the appropriate government agencies.
It is a crime in the penal and criminal code laws to tell falsehood.
Certain news are faked to cause disaffection.
Director General of the NTA, Yakubu Ibn Muhammad, in a message gave the assurance of a strict gatekeeping on hate speech and fake news on all NTA platforms.
We have been working assiduously to combat this very dangerous menace that is facing us.
And as Nigerians head to the poll in few days, they were also reminded not to trade their destiny for anything by selling their votes. Adebola, Brooklyn Sunday, NTA News.
In the meantime, media practitioners in Nigeria have called on relevant authorities in the electioneering process to put the country first in all their actions during the upcoming 2019 general elections to guarantee free, fair and credible elections. Ali Tukur reports.
With few days to the 2019 general elections, media practitioners have come together to chart ways on how to have a successful elections by way of good reportage. Having a critical role to play in the development of the society, the media practitioners, in collaboration with Search for Common Ground, a non-governmental organization, have set aside February 14 as a National Media Peace Day. The day is to create awareness on the need to have a peaceful elections. To achieve this objective, apart from public enlightenment, the media is expected to avoid sensational reportage that will hit up the polity.
Are also committed in ensuring that we play down on anything that would culminate in having violence during the election.
All the political parties, they have to be fair to them, give them equal opportunity to air their views, and to make sure that they don't carry fake or rumor in their reportage.
Violence is not an option in 2019 election. Disputes can be managed non-violently, and Nigerians should shun violence before, during and after the election.
With the theme Nigeria Media Peace Day, think election, think peace, the day is to be celebrated across the country. In Abuja, Ali Tukur, NTA News.
And Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed has described as untrue the news making the rounds as that Leah Sharibu, one of the kidnapped Dapchi school girls still in captivity in the hands of Boko Haram, is dead. The minister debunked the claim in Ilorin, the Kwara state capital, while briefing newsmen on the state of preparedness ahead of President Muhammadu Buhari's campaign visit to the state on Monday. Anthony Forson reports.
Taking a sweep at the news, the Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed said the opposition is at work.
Spread falsehood, inflame passion, make this election a Muslim-Christian affair, make this election a North-Southern affair. But people are not listening to them. But to come back to the question, is absolute fake news. There's nothing like that.
On preparations ahead of the president's visit, he gave an up-to-date account.
I've watched the rallies in many parts of the country, and we want to assure the Mr. President that our rally, in terms of numbers, in terms of quality of people, in terms of variety of entertainment, in terms of color, will rank among one of the best.
He also spoke on security arrangements.
We expect a very peaceful and colorful rally.
Reacting to insinuations on the posting of a new police commissioner to Kwara State, Lai Mohammed washed off the hands of the federal government.
I didn't know when police officers started taking party membership. Only criminals have anything to fear in this state. They want to distract us. We remain focused. We are not the ones that do the postings, and we work with any police commissioner that's posted to Kwara State.
On the whole, he expressed confidence that the Kwara State outing of President Muhammadu Buhari will be a huge success. In Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
And now to security. The Air Task Force of Operation Deramikia has intensified the bombardment of armed bandits hideout in Zamfara State and environs. Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Komodo Ibikule Daramola, indicates that the airstrikes were preceded by days of intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance missions initiated based on credible human intelligence reports, which led to the identification of several camps being used by the bandits to launch attacks against innocent civilians. Air interdiction missions were conducted at a location in Urugu Forest, south of Gombe, where some armed bandits were seen assembled by a logistic truck parked near their compound hideout. The Air Task Force dispatched a Nigerian Air Force attack helicopter and an Alpha jet to engage the bandits' trucks and compound. The helicopter strafed the moving truck in successive strikes, immobilizing it and neutralizing its occupants. The Alpha jet simultaneously attacked the compound and destroyed one of the huts harboring the bandits, which was seen engulfed in flames. Credible intelligence sources later revealed that several bandits were killed as a result of the attack. The Nigerian Air Force, working in close coordination with surface forces and other security agencies, will sustain its reconnaissance and air interdiction missions to neutralize the armed bandits and deny them freedom of action in the area. And still on security, the Nigerian army has debunked a statement credited to one Timi Frank, insinuating a meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari, the Chief of Army Staff and INEC officials to rig the forthcoming presidential elections. A statement by Director Army Public Relations, Colonel Aliu Yusuf, says the Nigerian army is not political and would continue to remain so while carrying out its responsibility. Colonel Aliu says no such meeting held and wants mischief makers to stay clear of joining issues with the Nigerian army and its leadership in matters that are purely political. The National Emergency Management Agency has directed immediate deployment of food and care items to the victims of Mongono IDP camp fire disaster to alleviate their sufferings. Director General of the agency, Mustafa Mehaja, while stating this at an emergency meeting, says the agency will not leave any stone unturned towards providing succor to the victims of the disaster. Ilyasu Ali Yakubu reports.
This is Mongono IDP camp in Borno State, now a shadow of itself as a result of the recent fire disaster that gutted the area. Just as the IDPs are picking the pieces of their lives as a result of the recent Boko Haram attacks, this fire disaster has added to their agony. Reports say 3 persons lost their lives and property, including food items of the IDPs, were destroyed. This emergency meeting by NEMA is at the instance of the situation in Mongono IDP camp to immediately provide succor to the IDPs.
Food arrangement has been made. The shelter we have discussed extensively with the manufacturers. We are moving from Monday about 184 tents, housing average of 15 to 20 people.
And we are happy to partner to alleviate the suffering of these IDPs. And we are going to work 24/7 to make sure that we provide the shelter the shortest possible time.
The agency also promised to always respond promptly to any incidences of disaster across the country. Ilyasu Ali Yakubu, NTA News.
A high-powered delegation from the federal government have commiserated with immediate families of those who lost their lives in a stampede due to overcrowding during the APC presidential campaign rally in Taraba State. The secretary to the government of the Federation, Bas Mustafa, led the delegation. Joseph Arson reports.
Massive crowd turned out during the presidential rally of the All Progressives Congress, APC, to show their love and affection for President Muhammadu Buhari. But tragedy befell the event as 8 persons died and many others sustained injuries as a result of a stampede. President Muhammadu Buhari has sent a special delegation to commiserate with the government and people of the state over the tragic event of 7th of February 2019. The delegation visited families of persons who lost their lives during the incident to deliver the president's condolence before reaching out to those injured and still in the hospital.
The simple thing that the president has assured me is that because of this enormity of affection and love that has been shown here, a solemn commitment to the people of Nigeria to take Nigeria to the next level, to bring prosperity to our people, to make sure that the ills of our society are completely or near completely eradicated so that we can have an egalitarian society.
The high-powered delegation was also at the government house to commiserate with the state governor on behalf of the people of the state. Representative of the president, Boss Mustafa, said President Muhammadu Buhari is deeply pained and considered the disaster as a personal loss because the people came out of love for him and what his administration is doing. He handed over a condolence letter from the president to Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku. Governor Ishaku expressed gratitude for the prompt response of the president, describing it as a show of concern for his people.
And I want you to take back to Mr. President to assure you that we will maintain the state in peace and will continue to imbibe the culture of peace to our people.
The delegation earlier visited the Emir of Muri to pay homage. In Jalingo, Joseph Sound Otsen, NTA News.
Up next is Sports Update with Olumide Eguntola.
Results of the Nigeria Professional Football League played this weekend indicates that MFM of Lagos came from behind to beat Niger Tornadoes 3-2 to remain.
We're sorry about that. I think we're having challenges with our sports update. We'll now go on a commercial break. After that, you meet Elizabeth.
Embrace peace during and after the elections. They advocated this weekend in Abuja during a novelty football match organized by Soccer for Peace Foundation. The match had in action stakeholders from all walks of life, including the general manager of NTA Sports, Paul Ate.
I will urge all Nigerians to embrace peace and vote wisely.
Over 300 kids drawn from all parts of Lagos State converged on Campus Square in Lagos to be tutored by some Nigeria ex-internationals and coaches on the basics of soccer skills. In addition, the ex-national players are preparing for an international match with the African 11 slated for April in honor of Governor Akinwumi Ambode of Lagos State.
We have top African footballers, former footballers that have confirmed that they will come.
It's the right thing to do for what the governor has done for sports.
Nigeria returns to the world stage in university games after 20 years, courtesy of Higher Institution Football League, IFL. This, the president of NUGA, Professor Stephen Amafieto, said is just the beginning of the gains of the league, as preparations are in top gear for a successful 2019 season.
We're going to more cities, 24 cities, and more schools. Don't we leave it only to government? It is not possible for us to go anywhere.
The league is expected to produce another set of champions in 21 weeks, with 17 universities trading tackles with each other in 66 games. With Sports Update, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
Thank you very much, Olumide, for the sports package. Well, that concludes the news segment. Elizabeth will be back with Newsline right after this break. Right after this break.
The Nigerian capital Abuja is still reeling from Monday morning's rush hour bomb.
If the group did carry out the attack, it would be one of its worst.
2 suicide bombings in Nigeria. One targeted a convoy carrying Nigeria's main opposition leader.
A gun attack on the central mosque in North Nigeria's biggest city, Kano.
In his strength,
Yeah, that comes from the hard knocks that life throws at us. And we Nigerians, we know all about that.
Oh, a deadly right.
We don't stay down, we get up and fight. Sure, it's about speed, technique, quality of the punches, reach. But the real fight is with myself.
It's the power, but it's the speed as well.
But I can't carry this heavyweight title by myself. There's always got to be someone in my corner. And that's why I believe in Glow. We have that same tenacity, that Nigerian fighting spirit that makes us game changers. You have to dig deep to be a world champion. Yeah, we Nigerians, yeah, we know all about that.
What a fight!
Glow, our halo.
Heavyweight champion of the world!
Afe Babalola University, Ado-Ekiti, Abuja, invite applications for 2019-2020 admission. Abuja, fastest growing university in Africa, situated at Ado-Ekiti, southwest Nigeria, acknowledged by UNESCO as a world-class university, provides safe and conducive environment for learning, residential accommodation for all students and staff, 21st century teaching facilities, and a well-equipped 400-bed hospital. All 156 students pass the final bar examinations with 12 first class, the best overall student out of 6,000, and won 24 out of 36 prizes. All 43 Abuja students passed the final medical examinations with 8 distinctions inside 6.5 years. Second prize winner, 2018 ICANN ATS examinations, West Africa, 2018 UNESCO Chair in Entrepreneurship Education for Sustainable Development. Abuja, template for engineering education, destination for quality and functional education in Africa. Abuja, a vision in motion.
This used to be me. But that was before I got the perfect bag. It's handy and easy to use. All I need in one compact space, just like my MTN Extra Value plan. I used to get one plan for my calls and then try to remember which data plan worked for me. Roaming was a totally different ballgame. Not anymore. I've got the MTN Extra Value all-in-one plan. If you're a data buff like me, you get extra data with some talk time. And if you like to make calls, you get extra talk time with some data. And when I'm abroad, I automatically browse, chat, and call right on the same plan. MTN Extra Value was made just for me.
More of data or calls, whichever one you prefer. MTN Extra Value is made just for you.
I am fully persuaded that Nigeria needs a man who is credible.
I am Chris Okotie.
Dependable and trustworthy.
I am Chris Okotie.
I am Chris Okotie.
My mandate, therefore, will be to set a government which I've christened Government of National Reconciliation and Reconstruction as the mechanical instrumentality for the crystallization of the new Nigeria of our dreams. It's time to love Nigeria. It's time to fix Nigeria. I'm Reverend Chris Okotie.
It's time to fix Nigeria. If you love Nigeria, say, aha, aha.
Life evolves. You should too. 3G is great. 4G is better. Buy an Airtel SIM to enjoy double data on Nigeria's widest 4G network. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Hello Nigerians, I bring greetings from all of us in the diaspora. Let's protect our future. Let's develop our country so those of us abroad can be proud to return home. Let's vote for integrity. Let's vote for development. Let's vote for the next level. I stand with Muhammadu Buhari.
good people of Ogun State, the goodwill train of the APC presidential rally lands in Abuja. All Ogun State sons and daughters at home and abroad are invited to join us as we welcome His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, and the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, the son of the soil, to our state on the occasion of the APC Presidential Rally 2019. It is our turn to contribute our quota to make our nation proud again. Say Baba, say Buhari, welcome Baba, Kabo, Omoko, Isheya, APC, next level. This message is made possible by the Prince Dapo Abiodun Campaign Organization. Ibegai Ogun, Ajoshi Wani.
I have seen these young Africans prosper, from some who didn't even know what to do with their lives until they got the $5,000 seed capital from Tony Elumelu Foundation, and the mentorship and the training. That gladdens my heart.
I saw this ad about the Tony Elumelu Foundation. I applied. That was the pivotal moment.
Africa Fashion Week London just came after I participated in the Tony Elumelu Foundation entrepreneurship programs.
Tony Elumelu, grâce à sa fondation, permet de donner une boussole à tous les entrepreneurs de cette fondation.
Our role is not only to empower young Africans directly, we should be a voice, advocate, catalyst for economic empowerment of Africa.
The future of Africa is in your hands.
Become a Tony Elumelu entrepreneur. Apply now.
And make una plan well.
Know the facts. Modern family planning methods are safe and effective. You and your partner can plan when to have a child.
Talk to your partner. Let them know you support using a modern family planning method.
Go! Get a modern family planning method today. There's a method that is right for you and your partner.
Know, talk, go. Get it together. Get it together for a brighter future.
Thanks for staying on the line. It was like homecoming when the campaign train of President Muhammadu Buhari triumphantly entered Gombe State. Abubakar Adamu captured the historic political event and the mood of the ancient city for Newsline.
As a long-time friend of the people of Gombe State, his visits have always been long-awaited. This time, President Muhammadu Buhari was slated to arrive Gombe by 10 a.m., but the city was agog much earlier, with major streets and the Pantami Stadium, venue of his presidential campaign rally, filled to capacity. Everyone wanted to catch a glimpse of their august visitor, appreciate him for living up to the expectations of Nigerians, and demonstrate their support for his re-election bid.
We have every reason to support the government of the APC and ensure that APC has become at the center.
For the first time, that we have a president and a vice who are impeccable in character. For the first time, that Nigeria has worked despite drop in revenue.
The loss of audio in that report. He was adjudged a good ambassador and outstanding representative the very first time he represented Anyocha Oshimil Federal Constituency at the Green Chamber of the National Assembly. With so much confidence in him, his court lawmakers and traditional rulers described him as embodiment of humility and industry. Little wonder his quest for a comeback under the People's Democratic Party was a walk in the park. Helen Donko will tell us who this man is.
The man, popularly called a man of the people, Ndudi Elumelu, kick-started his political campaigns in Anoto-Shimili Federal Constituency as he prepares to return to the Green Chambers. Having represented his people in the 6th and 7th Assembly from 2007 to 2015, Ndudi Elumelu is optimistic that his wealth of experience and development strides will be a plus to his current ambition.
Obviously, the first thing that my people, desire is good representation. They want people to be there for them. They want whatever that is being shared at the center to get to them. And I have the capacity. I have all the profile that it will take to ensure that my people are not shortchanged.
At every port of call, men and women, the young and the old, trooped out en masse to identify with the man they described as the hope of the hopeless.
He is reliable, he is dependable, and he will do exactly what he says he's going to do. You see him as a very effective person, articulate, level-headed, and a goal-getter.
The edible support and blessings Ndudi Elumelu enjoyed from the traditional rulers in his domain is a pointer to his respect and value for the custodians of the traditional institutions.
God bless you. Amen. You will achieve success. Amen.
The Elumelu Campaign Organization traversed the nooks and crannies of the over 40 communities of Anoto-Shimili Federal Constituency.
Thank you so much, Helen, for that report. When all hope seems lost and the feeling of abandonment sets in on account of no fault of yours, despite efforts put in place to press for your entitlement, how will you react if suddenly there's a ray of hope and this culminates into reality? How will you react? Anthony Forson picks up the story from here.
Former President Obasanjo liquidated the airline. And since then, we've been waiting for benefits. But in 2015, when President Muhammadu Buhari came in, he promised to pay us, and today I'm happy that 5,996 members of ex-workers of Nigeria Airways are receiving their money.
57-years-old Lukman Animashaun is the chairman of former Nigerian Airways workers who was retired at the age of 43. Florence Akinyosun was retired at the age of 45. Surajuddin Giwa is 63. He was disengaged in 1988, just like Mary Obudu. They are among the over 5,900 Nigerian Airways workers whose entitlement was put aside, not minding their plight.
Life has not been easy, very tough. In the journey, we lost many of our colleagues, many of our friends, even some of our colleagues lost their children that were sick because there was no finance to take care of their children.
And so, when President Muhammadu Buhari promised to look into their plight, they believed and waited patiently. Now, this is their story.
All the successful government refused to pay us until President Muhammadu Buhari came into light. He promised to pay us and he has paid us. Now I'm 63 years old.
We thank God for what the President have done for us by reviving us, making us to know that we are human, that we are not just anyhow person in Nigeria. We thank him for that.
He brought smile to our face. He revived many lives, even from the hospital bed. They collected this money and they are happy about it. And we are saying big thank you to Mr. President.
In a show of appreciation, the ex-Nigerian Airways workers converged on Lagos and in a carnival manner sang and danced through streets in Lagos. they later converge here to give their testimonies.
Come, let me tell you a very good story. The day they heard that Mr. President has approved this money, their life changed. They move about with vigor because there is hope, even though they have not received the money. Most of them who work as if something is going to happen, they become very happy, and before you know it, life started picking up. Look at the faces of people today. It wasn't like that a year ago, 6 months back. It was terribly worse than what we are seeing today. But today, thank God, you can see the people happy.
Talking to the Information and Culture Minister, Lai Mohammed, he reinforced the commitment of President Muhammadu Buhari to the well-being of Nigerians.
This goes to show that this government believes that governance is all about people. This government is not just about the few elite, it's about the generality of Nigerians.
With over 22.5 billion naira paid as half of their entitlements and an assurance that they will get their balance, Lai Mohammed summed their solidarity rally for President Muhammadu Buhari in the upcoming election this way.
They've said that nobody is paying them for this rally, that on their own they are simply showing appreciation. You see, this is the thing about President Muhammadu Buhari. When a government, repairs roads, when a government, builds bridges, improves power, the people will be grateful. So I have no doubt in my mind that we are going to win this election landslide.
The minister did not just stop at that, but joined in their jubilation.
The feeling is awesome knowing that there's light at the end of the tunnel. We'll take a short break now. More reports for you after this time out.
Over 1 trillion naira housing investment in just 3 years. Federal Ministry of Power, Works and Housing is sinking over 100 billion naira. Family Home Fund is investing over 500 billion naira. Federal Mortgage Bank Limited has invested billions of naira on housing finance. Federal Housing Authority is also spending billions of naira to house Nigerians. With a population of over 180 million Nigerians, housing development never got the desired attention until this time of President Muhammadu Buhari. While shanties and dilapidated buildings characterized Nigerian landscape in the past, the Buhari's government now is sinking billions of naira for inclusive housing for all Nigerians. For 16 years, the Federal Housing Authority had no single finance from the federal government, but within 3 years of President Buhari, the Federal Housing Authority is back on site, building houses for Nigerians. Supporting Mr. President is a support for more houses to Nigerians. Let's ensure continuity. Let's vote for the man who is doing it.
Lagbaja. Omo Baba Muko.
Na Baba be that.
How do I know you are not an impostor? Oh yeah, play me something.
Abba, my band members are all over the world. Let me connect with them on Glow 4G and make some great music for you. Who's on Glow here?
I got Glow. I've got Glow too.
I go show you. Hello, sir. Aleki, Gogo, Jide, guitar. Uzo, give me conga. Ahmed, keyboard. 1, 2, 3.
No matter where you are in the world, rest assured, Glow has you covered. Glow Oga SIM, the unrivaled big boss of data. Upgrade to a 4G SIM for free and get 125% bonus. Also enjoy 25% data bonus on all auto renewals. Dial *777# to choose a plan.
On election day, here is how to handle your ballot paper from the point of collection from the polling official to the point of casting your ballot.
Once a voter is accredited, he is given the ballot paper holder.
After thumbprinting the ballot in secret, fold the ballot paper inward and flatten. Then proceed to the area where the ballot box is placed in the open and deposit the ballot paper into the appropriate box. Ensure the ballot paper is properly folded. Fold your ballot paper properly. Avoid mishandling your ballot paper and prevent blot ballots.
we are going to introduce quick dry impact so that will eliminate the risk of smashing and spoiling the ballot paper.
Making your vote count, consolidating our democracy.
Hello Nigerians, I bring you greetings from all of us in the diaspora. Let's protect our future. Let's develop our country so those of us abroad can be proud to return home. Let's vote for integrity. Let's vote for development. Let's vote for the next level. As a member of Team Nigeria for Change, I stand with Muhammadu Buhari.
Give me the value pack. Helen!
You do great value shopping.
Absolutely. I'm a champion at getting value.
Then you must have bought the Hapic 200 ml.
Why Hapic when I have
this? Even after applying them 10 times, they won't give a sparkling clean toilet.
Impossible.
Challenge. Detergent and bleach can't give a sparkling clean toilet even after 10 times. But Hapic 200 ml gives a sparkling clean toilet at one go.
Wow.
Hapic 200 ml. Real deal. Now only 200 naira.
Oh yes, President Muhammadu Buhari has reduced the registration fees for NECO examinations. He has reduced senior school certificate examination fee from 11,350 naira to 9,850 naira. Basic education certificate examination fee from 6,000 naira to 4,000 naira. Common entrance examination fee from 5,000 naira to 2,500. And guess what? The era of impersonation is over. The council has designed a biometric verification device for screening candidates before going into the examination halls or centers. The scratch card purchase has been eliminated. You can now log online to get all required information from our website www.neco.gov.ng. Accredited schools can now go to our state offices to get the registration manuals for offline registration. This message is brought to you by National Examination Council, NECO.
From our wonderful family, meet Patty for celebrating the high points of life with friends. And then there's me, Jolly, bringing nourishment to every gathering. Packed with healthy nutrition, nourishing vitamins, power of protein, strength of calcium, revitalizing energy. Hollandia yogurt is bursting with goodness inside and out. Hollandia yogurt, it's all good.
Hollandia! You discovered the things even before you discovered being a mom. You ate the things that you would not touch before. You have memorized voluminous books. Now keep discovering with Molfix Newborn. Its soft and breathable surface gently touches your baby's skin. Its ultra-absorbent structure locks the liquid in, provides the care your newborn baby needs. Molfix Newborn. Happy today, happy tomorrow.
2019, Atiku Abubakar. See, we don't articulate.
Get articulated.
I go follow the man where sabi the road. I go follow the man where sabi the walk. I go follow the man where go create employment. I go follow the man where go stop the hunger. I go vote for the movement where go make Nigeria walk again. I don't articulate. Igbo people articulate. My Yoruba people don't articulate. Nigeria articulate. Hausa people don't articulate. Roma, Tifi, Igala, Ishekiri, Nupe, Manuri. Everybody don't articulate.
For a better Nigeria, vote Atiku Abubakar for president 2019.
Activate your life, be who you want to be. Yeah, yeah. Yes, the time is now. Come on, get active. Oh, yeah. Yes, you can do it if you try.
Start an active life with the power of vegetables and fruits. Chivita Active. Be active. Do more.
Introducing new Always Cotton Soft. Its unique top sheet is as soft as cotton and gentle to your skin, offering you comfortable protection as you go about your day. New Always Cotton Soft, available in long and extra long for 250 naira only.
Thanks for staying with us. After 5 days of multiple discussion sessions towards finding the highly elusive world peace, participants from more than 100 countries of the world who gathered in Seoul, capital of the Republic of Korea, for the World Peace Summit by the Universal Peace Federation were treated to the best of stage craftsmanship. Becky Madojema reports that the performances were digitally defined.
The talented cast of more than 100 opera singers and dancers had the audience of 20,000 intrigued for 2 thrilling hours. Transitions between the scenes are seamless. There are no pauses on stage, all thanks to technology, 3D to be precise. The entertainers are not just young stage practitioners. They are members of the unification movement. And this Peace Summit coincides with the 76th birthday of their leader, Dr. Hak Jahan Moon. The captivating musical tells the story of Mother Moon's spiritual journey, started with her departed husband, Sun Myung Moon, and her mission to enthrone peace on earth through the Universal Peace Federation. Though not chronologically told, the story is easy to grasp. The fabulous costumes colored the mood of each scene. The well-synchronized sound and lighting effects provided crescendos at every stop, which is quite uncommon in musicals. Indeed, a step up from the familiar Broadway format.
Truly digitally defined. Becky, great job. Integrated digital payment and commerce solutions InterSwitch is discovering young professionals who are capable of using innovation to solve societal challenges. At the maiden edition of a national science competition tagged InterSwitch Spark, 16-year-old Akachukwu Anumudu was not only crowned the most outstanding young scientist, but was also a recipient of 7.5 million naira check. Michael Olale tells us more.
Those are the core values that define InterSwitch as a financial service provider with premium on creativity and innovation. The unquenchable drive for revolutionary ideas that will not only solve problems but change perception on how man thinks and do things informed this national science competition tagged InterSwitch Spark 1.0. Out of the 130,000 candidates who contested at various stages, only 9 made it to this arena for the grand prize of 7.5 million naira and a 5-year university scholarship. After the intellectual drilling and show of creativity, 3 Nigerians with life-changing ideas in software development, mechanical engineering and research made it to the final. They are Onyedikachi Kalu in the 3rd position, Harry in the 2nd, and Akachukwu Anumudu clinched the 4th position.
I didn't even have the mind that this was going to ever happen in my life. But when I saw this kind of competition on TV, I like, maybe these children are just lucky. Maybe I can't just go there and talk or answer questions because I had stage fright. But as doing that right now, I feel satisfied.
The experience of the Industry Spark, the masterclass, gave me a lot of skills in innovation and entrepreneurship that I hope to apply in my future profession.
A team called the Neptune also won the Innovation Challenge Prize for formulating the concept of telemedicine, a program that will make health insurance affordable for all Nigerians.
As interest, which is an area we're really focusing on. And one of the things we said today was that those students, whatever their holidays, can join the team in InterSwitch that are looking at these health challenges, looking at technologies to address issues of healthcare, can be part of that team, and they can see their ideas come to fruition.
InterSwitch says it is committed to changing the trend of science and technology across the globe.
What we thought we should do as InterSwitch is to continue to promote interest amongst youngsters in areas of STEM. We think what you go through when you learn STEM gives you the ability to really focus on challenges and try to resolve them.
InterSwitch looks forward to expanding the scope of the competition beyond the students who participated this year.
Nigeria is not just a great country, she's blessed with gifted inventors who in no time will emerge. Another break is up. More reports when we return. Stay with us. Stay with us.
Nigerian women, una dey market women, una dey time we don't reach where we go pay back. Person we make life better, make we vote down. Who give us electricity? President Buhari. Airport. President Buhari. Railway President Buhari. Peace and security. President Buhari. They feed our children. President Buhari. For school. President Buhari. Better road President Buhari. 4+4. President Buhari. Job creation. President Buhari. Empower. President Buhari. Trade and money. President Buhari. Nigerian women. Time we don't reach where we go pay back.
This message is brought to you by Ajia Salamatu Bewa, National Woman Leader, APC.
Introducing new Always Cotton Soft. Its unique top sheet is as soft as cotton and gentle to your skin, offering you comfortable protection as you go about your day. New Always Cotton Soft, available in long and extra long for 250 Naira only.
Like a bird needs wings to fly, you need skills to be productive. No matter the level of your education, ITF can train you to acquire skills in areas like mechatronics, metal machining, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, information and communication technology, ICT, culinary art, and agriculture. Acquire a skill and transform yourself from being unemployed to becoming even an employer. Be a valuable Nigerian youth. Say no to unemployment and poverty.
Oh, I'll spread my wings and fly so high. I'll reach for the stars, yeah, it's time.
Industrial Training Fund, developing the nation's human resource.
Can your milk do this?
Can your milk do this? Mine can.
With Hollandia evaporated milk, Your ice cream, custards, and variations of beverages taste pleasantly different. Hollandia evaporated milk. Life tastes different.
From the House of Chi.
Nigerian youths have seen the positive effects of the Uncle Borrowers program of the Buhari administration, which has improved the country's food security. The homegrown school feeding program is catering for over 9 million pupils, engaging and empowering cooks and farmers. What about the 10 billion naira youth entrepreneurship support project to empower youth with startup loans for businesses? We connect to the next level as more than 1 million market women, traders, artisans and farmers from all over Nigeria are getting empowered through interest-free trader money scheme. Nigeria is proudly in the list of top 10 reforming economies in the world, moving 24 places upwards in the World Bank's ease of doing business. We are making progress. The deaths from terrorism in Nigeria has dropped by 80% according to the Global Terrorism Index. Nigeria is making progress in the fight against corruption. The whistleblowing policy has helped recover looted funds. The enforcement of TAC brought about fiscal discipline, transparency and accountability in government revenue. Power generation and distribution in Nigeria has improved tremendously. The off-grid power project has not gone unnoticed. Nigerian youth, let's connect to the next level. This message is powered by Dr. Tony Nwoye, Director Youth Mobilization Presidential Campaign Council.
As the 2019 general elections draw near, a few unpatriotic people are collaborating to cause mayhem and violence before, during and after the elections. Nigerians, please note that government is committed to free and fair elections. Do not allow those who do not wish our country well drag us back into the dark days of needless violence and killings. We must have a peaceful country first before we can call ourselves Democrats. Fellow Nigerians and patriots, report any suspicious person trying to cause violence in your community to the nearest security agency. Those who are beating the drums of war for their selfish benefit, beware. The security agencies are watching. Nigerians, let us all resist evildoers who would want to encourage us to kill and maim fellow Nigerians.
This message is from the National Orientation Agency.
2019, Atiku Abubakar. See, we don't articulate.
Get articulated.
I go follow the man where Sabi the photo. I go follow the man where Sabi the walk. I go follow the man where go create employment. I go follow the man where go stop the hunger. I go vote for the movement where go make Nigeria walk again. I don't articulate. Igbo people articulate, my Yoruba people don't articulate. Nigeria articulate, Hausa people don't articulate. Roma articulate, Igala, Ishekiri, Nupe, everybody don't articulate.
For a better Nigeria, vote Atiku Abubakar for President 2019.
Thanks for staying on the line. It was like a homecoming when the campaign train of President Muhammadu Buhari triumphantly entered Gombe State. Abubakar Adam captured the historic political event and the mood of the ancient city for Newsline.
As a long-time friend of the people of Gombe State, his visits have always been long-awaited. This time, President Muhammadu Buhari was slated to arrive Gombe by 10 a.m., but the city was agog much earlier, with major streets and the Pantami Stadium, venue of his presidential campaign rally, filled to capacity. Everyone wanted to catch a glimpse of their august visitor, appreciate him for living up to the expectations of Nigerians, and demonstrate their support for his re-election bid.
We have every reason to support the government of the APC and ensure that APC has become at the center.
For the first time, that we have a president and a vice who are impeccable in character. For the first time, that Nigeria has worked despite the drop in revenue. 100%.
The unprecedented crowd of APC supporters was enough to convince the president that the people have really appreciated the APC transformation drive and are ready to elect candidates of the party at all levels in the coming general elections.
Na muku alƙawarin idan kuka zaɓe mu kamar yadda aka faɗi a nan kafin zo.
I promise if you re-elect us from top to bottom, I will make sure I don't betray you, and I will make sure governors don't destroy your future.
Gwamnoni da sauransu ba za a yi ɓanna ba.
Just as he reassured the people of Gombe State of more better days ahead if given a second chance, the response he received when he presented the APC governorship candidate in Wahaya was also reassuring.
Allah tabbatar da ne. To ku tafa inji.
More delighted at the APC presidential rally in Gombe were the party's national chairman and other stakeholders when high-caliber politicians from the opposition parties who defected to the APC presented themselves. They include the Director General of the PDP Governorship Campaign Committee in the state, Bala Bello Tinka. In Gombe, as far as I know, there is no any presidential candidate other than you, Mr. President. There will be election only in other posts.
See this crowd alone, I am completely short of words. And the number of people I saw on the road still trying to find their way into this stadium. I think the entire people of Gombe State, they have spoken loud and clear.
That city indeed came alive. Thank you so much, Abubakar, for that report. Many are called, but few are chosen. These few chosen ones this time are not the biblical disciples, but civil servants who have distinguished themselves in their service to their fatherland. They were rewarded by President Muhammadu Buhari. At Debola Brooksland Sunday was the award ceremony.
A night of honor, a time to raise their heads and shoulders high as good servants. The 102 award recipients were drawn from all ministries, departments and agencies as an example for others on the need for them to be efficient, productive, incorruptible and citizen-centered. Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Winifred Oyoita, made it clear that recipients were randomly picked on merit, adding that more will still benefit.
That these awards should seriously be considered as part of promotion scores. And I believe when civil servants know that their character is being watched carefully, they will really take their job more seriously when they know that they will surely be recognized and given a reward.
We employed everybody in the civil service to always put in their best, and with the mandate of the commission, we promise that the commissioners will do their best to ensure that the best hands are recruited into the service.
Represented by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige, President Muhammadu Buhari reminded the recipients of the fact that reward for hard work is more work and that his administration cares about the welfare of the engine room of government.
The government has also, as you well know, increased the minimum wage payable to civil servants as the workers in the public service of the Federation. Again, we are not oblivious of the fact that this will have some consequential financial adjustments upstairs. These, the government assures, have been taken care of in the 2019 budget proposal, which is before the National Assembly.
Adegoke Samuel is one of those whose contributions to national development was recognized.
I don't expect it. I don't ever think that somebody is watching somewhere. So when I was called, I was to prepare. I said, what? This is God's doing. And it shows to me that I have to work more harder, and to make sure that I delivered accordingly, more than ever before.
The quarterly award night is aimed at encouraging civil servants to put in their best at their duty posts.
Congratulations to the award recipients. Being recognized means more work and commitment. Gradually but surely we are rounding off. Let's take the last break and do so when we return. Stay on the line.
Mrs. Williams, where do all these young people go to every day?
Don't bother yourself about them. These young ones, they have their peculiar ways. Don't want to know.
Here comes one of them. Young man, you go in batches every day here. Where do you go to?
It's the Empower training, ma.
And what's that?
The Empower is an initiative of the federal government for young graduates and those interested in skill acquisition. After the training, the government empowers them to make sure that they understand their business and also train others.
Wow.
After the training, the government will also give them 30,000 naira for 2 years and also help them so that they can also train others.
Wow, it's interesting.
After my training, I hope I'll be able to own my own big fish farm and also train others.
Wow. That's wonderful.
It is.
And this government is really doing great.
I'm telling you.
I have to get my son to register for NPAR.
NPAR, a federal government initiative for job creation for the Nigerian youth. This message is from the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Thanks for staying with us. While most men would not miss any opportunity to watch the round leather game, most women would do anything than watch football. For Olubumi Aino, a female octogenarian, football is a passion. She has been an ardent supporter of Shooting Stars Football Club of Ibadan since the early 70s. Goke Alomoge reports.
Just to pass time than watching football. It's not my hobby.
I watch football at leisure. I don't watch football because I need to watch football.
I don't watch football because I don't have passion for it.
Mrs. Olubumi Aino, popularly known as Mama Shooting, has been following Shooting Stars Football Club since the 1970s. In this day and time when many old people of our age are not fully active with strength failing them due to one ailment or the other, hers is the opposite. Mama Shooting demonstrates her passion for football by going to the stadium every match day to watch her favorite team take on another club. How did it all start?
Since 70s, I love Shooting Stars as I love my children. And watch Shooting Stars, I'm praying for them. I call Shooting Stars boys, wake up and go and give me my punch.
And when she gets to the stadium, you won't just find her. Suddenly you see her on the street, near the pitch, shouting.
This mother of five still looks very agile and fit, while combining football as a fan with other responsibilities. Family and friends are of the opinion that her extraordinary love for soccer is not only inspiring, but worthy of emulation.
I didn't know about these players, and she used to discuss them with me. And then when ICC started bringing glories to Nigeria, particularly to us. She comes to the prayer meetings to celebrate and gives offering for every victory.
So I've known her for a very long time, not by virtue of my office. So as that, I know the passion and the energy she brings into the club. But most importantly, it's a passion for football and sports in general.
Perhaps what still keeps her going are the memories of the good games she witnessed while supporting her favorite team.
Shooting Stars 1994 at the Liberty Stadium, Academy and Shooting Stars. I need the match, Daddy. I need the point. By that time, our keeper, Aibofo, draw. So I cried. Ogunjobi is our soul by that time. Because Mama, don't cry.
Mama Shooting works with Shooting Stars Football Club following her commitment to the team. Some of her colleagues say she has always demonstrated that football is a game of the mind, and once you are in it, there is no going back.
Mama Shooting and Shooting Stars, they are like Siamese twins. It is very, very difficult to separate. When Mama is ill and you ask her to go home, she will prefer to stay in the office because she believes that is where she derives her happiness.
Mrs. Olubumi Aino stays at Ring Road in Ibadan, about 20 minutes to the stadium. While at home, household chores is not a problem for her.
Well, Mama, all I can say is I'm encouraged. Follow your passion. There's a sense of fulfillment that comes with it. We are done with today's edition of Newsline. Thanks for staying on the line. Be there when we return next week for more interesting stories. But before we go, guess who just walked into the studio? The king of comedy himself, Ali Baba.
Thank you, dear. How was your week?
Good. I had a great week. Nice
no, we're having a beautiful weekend. If you know how they beat Chelsea, it's like Anthony Joshua dealing with, so it was serious. Chelsea is bleeding out. No, can I ride on the street? Till next week.
Till next week. All right. God bless Nigeria. God bless Africa. Good night.